Hello everyone. Now let us see correlation between time and frequency responses, or you can say correlation between time domain specifications and frequency domain specifications. Till now we have seen time domain specifications. That means rise time, peak overshoot, settling time, and damped frequency of oscillation. Similarly, in frequency domain specifications, we have seen resonant frequency, resonant peak, bandwidth for the system. So here equation first will define resonant frequency, already we calculated. Second will define resonant peak, already we calculated. And third will define bandwidth for the system, omega subscript b or omega subscript bw. So third will define bandwidth for the system for the second order prototype system, already we calculated in a previous video class. Now there is a correlation between the time and frequency responses, or between the time domain specifications and frequency domain specifications of first and second order systems. Generally we talk about second order control system. If we see the equation first, we can say resonant frequency will depend upon omega n, natural frequency of oscillation, and on damping ratio. Here omega r is a function of omega n and zeta. In time domain specification, we have seen damped frequency of oscillation. That means omega d will also depend upon omega n and damping ratio. So for the damped frequency omega d in the time domain, there is a corresponding resonant frequency in the frequency domain. So we have first relation between time domain specifications and frequency domain specifications. According to, we can say for the damped, we can say for the damped frequency omega d in the time domain, there is a corresponding resonant frequency omega r in the frequency domain. And omega d is given by omega n under root 1 minus zeta square. So omega d will also depend upon omega n and zeta. Similarly, omega r will depend upon omega n and zeta. So we can say for the damped frequency omega d in the time domain, because this is a time domain specification, there is a corresponding resonant frequency in the frequency domain, because resonant frequency is the frequency domain specification. So there is a correlation between damped frequency of oscillation and resonant frequency. This is a damped frequency of oscillation, omega d, damped frequency of oscillation. Suppose this is first dash. Now let us see second correlation. For a peak overshoot in the time domain, there exists a corresponding resonant peak in the frequency domain. because we have seen in third unit MP will depend upon zeta or damping ratio, and here from equation second we can say resonant peak will also depend upon zeta only. So we can say for a peak overshoot in a time domain, there exists a corresponding resonant peak in the frequency domain. So second correlation we have between peak overshoot and resonant peak. So we can say for a peak overshoot, MP in time domain, there exists a corresponding resonant peak. There exists a corresponding resonant peak MR in the frequency domain. MR in the frequency domain. We know peak overshoot is given by e to the power minus pi zeta over under root 1 minus zeta square. Suppose this is second test. So from here we can say peak overshoot depends upon the value of zeta only, and from second we can say resonant peak also depends upon zeta only. So there is a correlation between peak overshoot, this is a time domain specification, and resonant peak, this is a frequency domain specification. One thing is also there, for higher order system there is no correlation between time and frequency responses, but if the higher order system has a pair of dominant complex conjugate poles, for dominant pole I will make a separate video. So we can say if the higher order system has a pair of dominant complex conjugate poles, then it can be approximated by a second order system, and the correlation between time and frequency responses can be estimated. Now let us see about third equation. So from third equation we can say bandwidth is directly proportional to omega n. That is bandwidth increases and decreases linearly with omega n. Bandwidth also decreases with the increasing of zeta for a fixed value of omega n. So for unit step response, already we have seen rise time. Rise time will increase as omega n will decrease, because rise time we know it is given by pi minus phi over omega n under root 1 minus zeta square. This is formula for calculating the rise time, already we have seen. So we can say rise time increases as omega n decreases. So bandwidth and rise time are inversely proportional to each other. Suppose this is my third dash equation. So from third equation we can say bandwidth is directly proportional to omega n. That is bandwidth increases and decreases linearly according to omega n. Bandwidth will also decrease with increasing of zeta for a fixed value of omega n. In time domain, or according to time domain specification, we have seen rise time. It is given by pi minus phi over omega n under root 1 minus zeta square. So rise time will increase as omega n will decrease. So we can say bandwidth and rise time are inversely proportional to each other. Rise time and bandwidth are inversely proportional to each other. So we can write a third correlation. Third correlation, we can write bandwidth will decrease with increase in damping ratio for a fixed value of omega n, and bandwidth is directly proportional to omega n. According to the formula, we can easily see that bandwidth is directly proportional to omega n. Okay, and what about the rise time? Rise time means tr will increase as omega n will decrease. So from second and third, we can say bandwidth and rise time are inversely proportional to each other. Inversely proportional to each other. Or we can say, if omega n will increase, bandwidth will also increase according to the formula. We can verify, and rise time will decrease according to the formula. We can verify. And what is the effect of zeta on bandwidth and also on rise time? If zeta will increase, what will happen? Bandwidth will decrease. And what about the rise time? It will increase. So system becomes slower. Or you can say, larger the bandwidth, faster the system will respond. So this is correlation between time domain specifications and frequency domain specifications. Thank you.